Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LTA 2025 matchup.
Very profitable rework to the champion.
Yeah, for those of y'all who may have...
Because in draft, we promised a bloody game, Flowers.
Okay.
We're delivering on the promise right now. Right.
Let's get some blood in the river.
Some grub blood.
Yep.
Purple blood will run.
The rivers will run purple with grub blood.
This is one of the things, though, Seos and Contract's kind of highlighting that the support play with jungle has been their best part. Let's see, though.
One grub for Shopify.
Second charge for Contracts on his smite is coming up right now. So he has the second charge to protect these grubs.
Second grub secured without needing a smite. This should be all three grubs for Contracts and Shopify Rebellion. Nicely played.
So we did say he's to the ultimate. And we'll see how fearsome he can be. Once again, ultimate does land onto B-Boy there.
Unfortunately, though, for Dignitas, there was no way for them to... It's way too much later. They can't really do anything to really threaten B-Boy. He still has both summoner spells here, too. Would love to stick around long enough to clear most of these minions away. Does need to sidestep the Piercing Arrow. Last Mystic Shot will pick that up, and B-Boy can go ahead and take his recall now. No mana left to work with, very little health. Not a whole lot of reason to stay in the lane any longer, but Shaden's moving in. Smites him to interrupt that last little bit of the recall, but Shaden knows that he can't just fly in here. He will get locked up before we can guarantee the one-shot underneath the turret, but now they're ready to follow it up, and there's the first blood. They even get the money over to Tomo. Isles is burning down. Can Dignitas try to get their support out? It doesn't look like it. Oh, no! Isles, he's still shielded. If anybody would have stayed behind to protect him, surely they would have been able to get him away. Run, Isles, run!
They want to give it to the Battle Fox.
He's trying to get out. He's trying to get out. They want to give it over to the Aurora. The weirding misses. Isles is running him around in a circle. He wants to try to get away. He's finally going to die to the Aurora. Meanwhile, back over to the mid lane, it's Contracts versus Caney with a little bit more damage coming in as Contracts jumps over the wall. That dog is hungry, and he takes his first bite at how the plays went down. Here's Caney face checking the dog.
Yeah, that is a very rough way to any of these ways to start. Face check it. So he actually was able to just jump right over there as well. An early kill, but mid lane.
Okay, Shaden jumps in, finds Seos, Chains of Corruption to follow it up. Defensive Solar Flare means Dignitas cannot follow. 3-0 for Shopify on the first set, and they're looking to do the same again.
This is why that kill was so big, though. Contracts has Eclipse done. Shaden has Ultimate ready, though, so Ultimate being able to set up here as you teleport Surdy on over, who also has Rumble ult.
Okay, Contracts has to be careful about this Rumble. Heating up a little bit here as Isles is over the wall, ready to follow up too. Shopify would love to grab at least just one grub to get the grubbies, the little grub mites to spawn on the turrets. Contracts jumps in, steals one of them away, and now Surdy's been caught in the pit, has to flash out just to try to escape the True Shot barrage over the top, nearly lets the Ignite do the trick.
Fox made as well, and Shopify only need one more kill to get that feat of strength for the 3 kills. Contracts here right back out to it, but he's the same level as Surdy, the same level as the enemy top laner.
Now this is the first Drake focused so far this game by either team. Contracts is seeing if maybe you can just toss the Dark and Daggers over the wall, cheese it away with big lethality hits as Caney's having to flash away back over in the mid lane. The feat of Warfare is already secured as Shopify make their move and pick off Tomo, that one player on top.
Shopify with Contracts chasing the rest of the defense out here from the bottom side. That outer tower is going down very quickly. Palafox should be able to acquire it, so that's first tower also achieved. That is the feats.
Caney is in the bottom half of the map. Remember, he lost his flash. They're in that bottom lane potential engage. Fudge forcing Surdy back with the help of Palafox. They back in split one, we even heard like from the players, from the analysts talking about this day. Hold on, we don't have time to hear anything right now other than the sound of Isles' body hitting the floor. Seos taking a kill on that one. 4-1 now for Shopify. But yeah, for a team that we didn't get to see a lot of games out of in split one, for a team that did have issues with not having Seos here, not being able to play with him, now that they're all on the same page, now that they've got everybody together, their first game here in Split 2 is starting off really good.
Yeah, and whenever a support is added to the team, I'm like, yeah, everyone's thinking about, oh, how is their duo lane going to be? But really, I always want to think about how is their jungle support going to be, and it has looked very good so far. Immediately after the Rift Herald, going to head on down to try and contest this dragon. Contracts jumping over very quickly here. Looks like Palafox does not have teleport, so Palafox is going to have to walk.
Okay, Isles taking a little bit of damage there from that Nefiri. Dignitas falling back away from the Drake. They've got it down to about 2,000, though. Will heal up just a little bit. It's another TY for Leash moment. Yeah, it feels like we're not seeing any killer instinct from Dignitas here, really. Shopify, once again, looking for another play. Surdy, just there's no way out, dude. He's just 100% shredded by this Nefiri, who's getting really close to having that second full item coming out from Rel or something. We're not seeing huge efficacy of these equalizers. Fudge jumps into the middle of everybody now, has to flash back away as Dignitas was ready to turn on him and burn him.
About that coordination. Shaden here onto the crab, but
Oh boy,
Tomo.
Tomo, he's just done immediately. Shopify go in and find the enemy AD carry. Now Isles and Shaden looking to keep the fight going, but it ain't going to work out in their favor. Contracts resetting here a little bit. Has to use that W to make sure that he stays safe. Hits another Dark and Dagger on the Caney as Fudge is ready to come in over the wall here with the public execution. Forces the flash out of the Talia as Dignitas full retreat. With a teleport, but wasn't able to get anything back for Dig. So now still full resources, but zoned away. A nice equalizer to burn these health bars. Low, great shot from Surdy. Flash Electro Harpoon to finish off that last little bit of damage on Seos, but it's not going to deter Shopify Rebellion. They instead move over to the Otacon pit. They're going to start this up 4 men strong. Now Tomo's back alive, but he's stuck into the base. It is a Hex Tech Rift, so Tomo will be able to join the rest of Dignitas much more quickly than otherwise. Kanelee finally going to drop a Weaver's Wall as Isles and Shaden jump into the fight, and Contracts has to try to get away. Another shutdown going over to Surdy, and Fudge melts. Big Dig has arrived to Summoner's Rift here in this game. They will take a couple of clutch shutdowns. They will steal away the Otacon, and they will show they got
live right now with that Otacon buff. So some much needed early game. So you're going to have to watch out for some of these engages.
Okay. Dignitas want to make their move on Palafox, who goes between worlds to provide himself an escape mechanism. Seos having a flash to get himself out more. And it's Shopify with control over the river. 15 seconds till the Drake. Palafox backing away as a root onto Seos. Follow-up Solar Flare on the Caney doesn't do a whole lot. Seos the only one taking meaningful damage here, down to about half HP on the Leona. Surdy scrapping back and forth with Fudge. Palafox again just trying to go in for some serious burst. Caney down step up into this brush. He's going to jump out on the Mbessa, try to go for a quick combo. Quick chunk of damage. Surdy again getting chunked by Palafox. This is his only job in the fight. Every single time somebody walks up, he does the QE combo over the wall, tries to get a little bit of damage, force him back. Isles, speaking of a little bit of damage, that was multiple little bits of damage. That's a lot of damage, forcing him all the way back with no big engage mechanism. He's already gone, and so is the Drake. Between worlds from Palafox, trying to catch out Surdy, but again, without the Leo, you can see there's nobody on the enemy team that can really face check it and afford to tank it. Oh, speaking of face checking, we got a bit of a problem here from Contracts. He has to use the W, then he has to flash still to try to escape. Now here comes the Weaver's Wall. It still knocks him back a little bit further. Seos and Palafox trying to get away now too, as Dignitas may have overextended. The weirding connects onto Surdy, takes him down to 25% HP. Shopify Rebellion barely getting away from that one. Our next Drake is live. Tomo's going to be the target as Palafox goes in between worlds. Tomo having a flash away to survive that, as now a little bit of additional damage back onto Shaden. Isles with a disengage. Shaden going all the way in, but he's separated from the rest of the team. Contracts again with a Hound's Pursuit, getting himself out of danger, making sure that he does not. Once again ready. Dignitas stepping back up further forward into their own jungle. Solar Flare lands on Caney. Palafox over the wall. Tons of damage down on the enemy mid. Needs a little bit more. Ain't gonna find it. Caney surviving. Seos very low. Surdy trying to cook him up here with a Flame Spitter. Seos barely getting away. Isles wanted to go for the Flash Shattering Strike, but he gets the Ignite, and it still works out. Isles making the kill happen. Now Surdy ready for Contracts, who was looking for an entry point here on the side of the fight, does not get it. Surdy now needs to be a little bit careful about those Dark and Daggers flying through on the back end of the trade. Palafox again just smashing him with the weirding, but took some damage of his own. Fudge as Shaden tries to jump in with the Ball Breaker. Shaden full commit onto the enemy jungler. He knows the Nefiri no longer has the defensive spell. Contract's looking to get away. Shaden's going to drop first. Contract staying alive with a shield reset on the second cast of the ulti as he re-engages onto the enemy lines. Fudge trying to get away off to the right side at the same time. Shut down for Seos. A 2-for-1 trade for Shopify.
3 members away from it. Here we go.
All right, Dignitas wants to try to stop the Baron. Massive amount of damage. They're going to Seos in the execution with a rain of arrows. Tomo working together with his mid laner and support to pick off the enemy support in time. The Baron is down to about 3,000 HP. Shopify Rebellion do not want to leave this one away as Isles is ready to go in here for the crash down. Contracts and Palafox trying to finish it. Baron is going to be secured by the Nefiri, but now Contracts has to try to get back out over the wall, and Shaden's ready to stop him before he can go through the Hex Gate. Dignitas, they may have lost the Baron, but they will get two back.
Shopify actually used 3 Baron buffs. The key factor is they do have 2 of the Baron buffs on each of their solo lanes here for split. Oh, actually, Fudge does not. Fudge was... It looked like Fudge did not get one. So Fudge...
May have still been dead during when it was claimed.
His death timer must have
Tomo
been...
there. Dignitas continue to try to contest the wave as Palafox goes in between worlds. Public execution from Fudge into the middle of everybody, but he's all alone. Has to flash back away. Nice solar flare landing. Isles taken so close to death. Has to flash out. As Shopify, they might not have got any kills. They will force everybody from the objective, but there's no way that flash will be back in time. Fudge is going to face check a brush. This is not what they needed. All the work they put in to get the summoner spell advantage.
Barely, because that's the one flash that they did use in that play.
Yup.
And so if he lost his Guardian Angel and his life there, that would have been a nice comeback for Dignitas, but they're unable to finish him off, so it is going to be the Shopify Dragon here. See, they're going to see if they can actually get it.
Nice job there with the solar flare. Kaney's getting caught out. Palafox goes between worlds, but he jumps back to the other side. Shaden now in some danger himself. You can kill the enemy jungler. It's going to be big. Seos drops, though. Tomo doing a ton of damage as Shaden revives thanks to the Guardian Angel, but Fudge is ready to clean up another one. Tomo taken low, taken down. Isles here in the very front line as Fudge is about to lose GA2. B-Boy needs a little bit more damage. He's going in back after Isles, and there's no way out for the enemy support. Shopify Rebellion killed 2, and they don't want to stop there. Palafox jumps in point blank range onto the Flame Spitter, but because he has the Seeker's Arm Guard, he thinks he can outplay it. Surdy still cooks him, makes it a 1-for-1. It's 3 dead on Dignitas' efficiency. I feel is very, very good. As, public execution, Fudge jumping in, popping Surdy. That might be the catch right there. Contracts ready to follow it up, jumps in after Tomo. Between worlds from Palafox, Isles is down, and now the follow-up continues. Shaden's getting dove, and Fudge is going in. A little bit more damage is all they need. B-Boy's got the bullet in the air, and Seos don't care. They'll chase Keeney all the way into the base. Shopify just killed 4. It's Tomo against everybody.
Now they're sticking around to finish clearing off these minions as Fudge and Palafox await to get inside. That tower's going down. Shopify, they're taking down the base.
The Fudge factor finds it. The big public execution to land onto Surdy. They get the huge pick on the Rumble. The Dig cannot scramble to... Fudge, I wasn't done yet. I was trying to give you credit, brother. Tomo with a good snipe. Tomo with a double kill. At death's door, Tomo keeps it locked. Shopify looks like they might still be able to grab this Hex Soul for themselves, but you can see Surdy's coming down with Isles. They might just go in for the equalizer punish on this. Hex Soul already secured for Shopify for contract.
I suppose so.
They will remain uncounted because Dignitas now going to start out Baron in trade for that Dragon Soul that was picked up for Shopify due to Tomo's antics here, defending the base, getting 2 kills for Dignitas, allowing Dignitas the hope still in here. Look at these 2 members looking for their pick. The pick
oh no! Contracts in some danger. Shattering Strike to follow it up. He's already used the Hound's Pursuit. He's down! Shutdown credit to for a little bit longer. About 1 more minute they'll have this. But it is difficult for them to try to commit all the way towards the tier 3 turret here. Fudge and Seos ready to frontline here for B-Boy as they defend. Limited opportunity to do a whole lot here with the short range of everybody not named Varus.
Yeah, Contracts only has 20 seconds left on his death timer.
Playing
So
for Dignitas. Isles and Shaden looking to go in. They want B-Boy. Weaver's wall over the top. Kaney's ready to join in, but he immediately has to pop the stasis as Shopify's ready to turn and burn him. Kaney gets back away. True Shot Barrage over the top of the lines. Will not finish him off. Nobody from Dignitas falls. Nobody from Shopify falls.
Or South this year.
Dignitas and Shopify. Tomo's in some danger. They're going between worlds as he's got to try to flash over the wall to escape. The shield, it's there. It keeps him alive through the damage over time, and Contracts can't close the gap and get on top of him. Now Dignitas scrambling to regroup, protect their AD carry, but they're so far behind in terms of health bars. Palafox is also low, but he'll be able to teleport to recall to join the rest of his team.
We go again, Flowers. We're still in store for another fight. 52 minutes in.
Seos jumps in. Surdy immediately with the stasis to make sure there's no follow-up. A beautiful seismic shot, but Tomo's on a killing spree. Surdy stays alive, and he's got teleport to rejoin his team again. Tomo staying away, fires off Chains of Corruption. Shaden's got to watch out now. Contracts and Fudge firing back as B-Boy wants a little bit more damage, and Palafox already has the ulti. Shaden's about to drop, but Tomo's already on a rampage. Takes out Palafox. Isles tries to get away. Contracts is eating these guys alive. Kaney dies next. Shaden's running. Surdy's trying to cut the wave. He knows he's got to scramble and pull off something crazy, but the Rumble is down. They're dog food. Contracts is eating good. Shopify Rebellion. It was a bloody one. It was a scrap. Start to finish, but with their three-man push, this time it's only a Vi to hold the line, and I feel like that's got to be nigh impossible. Shaden trying to kill the entire wave. He'll clear out everything, but the next one has already arrived. The ace is there. The death timers are far too long, and in the longest game so far with the LTA, Shopify Rebellion are starting off split 2 with a win.
The smiles on their faces after that one.